and welcome back to another video. So, this is a very exciting one because I will be continuing my series of reading some of my most anticipated reads. So if you did not see the other, the previous part 1, I will link that in the description below. Go check that out, and then you can come back and watch this one. In that video, I read, I'll just tell you, I read Fearless and Grumpy Darling. So Fearless by Lauren Roberts and Grumpy Darling by Alexandra Moody. And there's also a book haul in that video because I went to a bookstore during that time. So go check that out. And yeah, so I'll tell you the books that we have left. We only have 4 books left, so each video I read 2 books, and I picked their names out of this. They were originally in a different jar. If you watched the first one, I had to switch them to this jar because I needed to use my pencil holder. So we have 4 names in here. You can see them, see all 4. And then, so 2 are ebooks, 2 are physical. I'm hoping I don't get both ebooks this time. I want to get like maybe an ebook and a physical book. I like that. So the 2 physical books are Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson and How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. And then our 2 ebooks are Three Dark Crowns, cannot remember her name, something Blake, and then The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So I'm excited. I cannot wait to pick the 2. They can't really be moved around a whole lot. I'm gonna refold these because they're needed to be refolded. I'm not looking at them, I'm just refolding them because they're like popping open and I don't want to cheat and see what it is before I grab it. So by accident. Sure, we'll fold that one like that. It's fine. And then we'll fold this one like that. Fold this one like that, and fold this one like that, so they can actually like mix up in here. So yeah, there's 4 in there, just confirming that. Whoa, okay, shake. And then our first one, I'm nervous, because again, I really don't want to get both ebooks back to back, because then I'm like, okay, not that it's a bad thing, but Three Dark Crowns, so that's one of the ebooks. I'm excited about this one. This will be my first YA dark fantasy. And I think this book is about 3 sisters who are having to fight to, I don't want to say to the death maybe, for the crown. I think that's the plot of that book. I'll find it and explain it to you, I'm sure, in a second. Once I figure out what, oh, and this one fell out, so I guess we're doing this one. I know what it is because it's like really long. Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories. Let's go. Okay, good. That means I didn't get both ebooks. So we'll be reading this. Oh, I'm so excited. So for context for this one, which I did explain kind of what the books are about in the first video, this is basically Cardan's book, so all of the stories that are in here are in Cardan's POV. I think there is one story from after the Cruel Prince trilogy, which is right here. These 3 books, and there is a couple from before the Cruel Prince trilogy, and then some stories from actually in the Cruel Prince trilogy, like scenes, iconic scenes from the Cruel Prince trilogy in Cardan's perspective. So I'm so excited. I don't even know if there's a table of contents or not. Also, this book is beautiful. I will be raving about this. There's a map. So this is Elfhame. This is the map. It's really cool. And there's some inside scoops on here, and I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful this book is. Like, I could just open up to any, I don't want to say any random page, but just, I mean, look. It is gorgeous. It is illustrated. It looks amazing. I love it. Oh, by the way, that's Holly Black right there. I'm so excited for this one. And Three Dark Crowns. I'm reading kind of 2, like, a dark YA, and then this is I think this is a normal YA fantasy, because I don't think it gets really any dark at all, but oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is gonna be amazing. So yes, that means that in the next part, which is only 3, was this planning on being a 3-part video? Yeah, it's only gonna be a 3-part video. I will be reading Dance of Thieves and The Naturals. Those will be the last 2 books in this series. So stay tuned for that if those are some of your favorite books, that I will be reading those. I'm really excited to read these. I'll put up a photo of Three Dark Crowns here for you. I think, honestly, I'm going to start with this one and then read Three Dark Crowns, because this one won't take me very long. It's like 100 and something pages. Give me a second, I'll find out. That's a look probably into the Stolen Heir. I haven't read that yet. I do want to read that. We are at, okay, so there's only 173 pages. I think I'm going to read this first and then read Three Dark Crowns, because this is a book in a pre-existing world that I have already read. So if you haven't read the Cruel Prince trilogy, this probably won't make like any sense to you, because I'm sure they're not going to go into a lot of the world building that happens in the original trilogy. I will try and keep this spoiler free for people who haven't read that trilogy and want to, and you don't want to know any of like Cardan's backstory beforehand or any of the important crucial scenes in the trilogy, from even if it's from a different perspective. So I will try and keep these very spoiler-free vlogs for people. These ones are very spoiler-free. If it is if there are spoilers in a vlog, I will put it on the title or in the description. So just letting you guys know that. But yeah, okay, we're gonna be starting with How the King of Elfheim. Can someone tell me how to pronounce this? Elfheim or Elfheim? Learned to hate stories. Let's get into it. %, 57% of the way through this, and whew, this is good. It's so good. It's interesting because, yeah, I only have like this much left. I'm really enjoying this actually, because recently I listened to Cruel Prince on audiobook, so I reread it on audio as an audiobook, and I got a new appreciation for Cardan. I found a new appreciation for Cardan while rereading that book, and I haven't reread the other two in the trilogy, but I was like, okay, Cardan, I have a newfound appreciation for you now that I know what you've gone through that was mentioned in the latter two books of the trilogy, and now getting his perspective, his point of view is awesome. And obviously I haven't actually gotten any scenes from The Cruel Prince or Wicked King or Queen of Nothing yet. I have gotten a few mentions of Jude, which are great, which are really funny, which is great. I'd love to quote them for you, but I don't want to spoil the book. But it is interesting. I love reading POVs from other characters in books. I love it. Dual POV is one of my favorite writing styles to read, whether it's a romance, a fantasy. A dual POV is always so fun. And getting Cardan's POV, even if it's not in specific scenes that I read with Jude's POV, but like his own, kind of really just adds to his character and adds to his persona that he puts on, and realizing that it is a put on persona. He wasn't born this way, he was made this way, which was really interesting to me. So getting to read his childhood, some of his childhood stories, and into his teen years, I guess we would call them teen years, but it's really good. And honestly, this book is gorgeous. So this may be my prettiest book I own. This may be the prettiest book I own. Just like art wise, it's great. I'm so happy. This is such a good book. I know why I like this book. It's definitely not gonna get a 5-star from me, because it's not like it's not a 5-star book. It's a great book. It's a great bonus material book, if that makes sense, because you have the original trilogy. I feel like this is a good like bonus material. You don't have to read this if you don't want to. It's not like you need to read this to understand the original trilogy, because I read the original trilogy and understood just fine. This is just like bonus material that if you want more in this world, if you're like me who really enjoys Holly Black's writing and this world she's created, and you've read the Stolen duology and the Cruel Prince trilogy and you want more in that world, I know she has some other books as well. I think she has a book in Taryn's point of view as well. I think that's only an ebook. The Lost Sisters, I think is what it's called. And I definitely want to read that because that's Taryn's point of view during the Cruel Prince. So while Jude's doing whatever she's doing in Cruel Prince, this is what Taryn's doing in Cruel Prince. So that would be interesting. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. And I'll probably finish it today, being as I started it today, and will definitely finish it today, and then move on to Three Dark Crowns, which I'm excited about. I don't really know what to expect. I may read the synopsis of it for you, because I need to reread the synopsis for myself, because I don't remember what it's about. But yeah. So I will see you guys when I finish this, and I'll give you my final rating. Okay, so I have finished How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories yesterday. I just forgot to film an update for it. I gave this book 3.5 stars. It was good. Again, it was a good book. I was saying this earlier. I got really excited about it. It was good. It was cute. It was sweet. I definitely like this as, like, bonus material, if that makes sense. Like, you know how, like, sometimes in school, not comparing this to a school book, but where, like, you need, like, a bonus book when you're studying something, like, here's some bonus material to help you with that. This feels like that. It's not necessary to the storyline for the Cruel Prince trilogy, but it is kind of like a nice little look into Cardan's brain. So, like, if I went back and reread the latter two Cruel Prince books, I feel like this would just be, like, icing on top for some things. Like, hey, I know how Cardan thinks now, at least a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely, like, it's good bonus material. Like, it's bonus material in a good way. Like, you don't necessarily have to read it, but if you're like me and you really love this world and Holly Black's writing, then it's just another book for you to read that's in this world. It's great. But yeah, so I am now on to the Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. I don't know how to pronounce her name. So, I think I started it yesterday, but I didn't really get very far into it. I don't even think I finished a chapter. I just started it and it's like, you know what, I'm not really in the mood to read right now, so we're just gonna not be reading. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. I think this will be really interesting. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit when I get farther in on this book. Alright, so I'm now 50% of the way through this book, and I just remembered that I don't think I said the plot at the beginning of this video, so I'll summarize it really quickly for you. So there's these three sisters who are triplets, and they're all queens with different gifts. One is a naturalist. She doesn't have her gift yet, but if she did, she'd be able to control, like, animals and speak to animals and whatnot. And then the other one is an elementalist. She can control the elements, so like the weather and fire, water, whatever. And then the third sister, the youngest one, is a poisoner. So she has a certain level of immunity to poison and is taught how to use poisons. Basically, these three, when they turn 16, they go through all these different ceremonies up until the Ascension Year, which the Ascension Year is where all three of them have to kill the other two. So for one of them to be queen of the island and queen of everything, basically their whole kingdom, is they have to kill the other two sisters. And basically throughout this book, we're getting each sister's POV and like the people around them's POV. It's written in third person. So yeah, that's basically the plot. We're just kind of following the sisters as they go through that. This is actually really good for my first dark fantasy. I'm enjoying it. It's interesting. I do like it's very political, so if you're not a huge political fantasy person, I wouldn't recommend it because there's a lot of politics. But I find that interesting. I think ever since I read The Cruel Prince and the Alien Chronicles, both of those are very political feeling. Specifically, The Cruel Prince has a lot of politics in it. The Alien Chronicles has a bit. But this is good. This is getting good. I don't know who's gonna win because we haven't gotten to that part yet where like they fight each other. It's not even like a physical fight. They're just like they're given a year to kill the other two. So I don't really like it could be anything. We don't know. It's really interesting because there's also like these like they have one of the ceremonies before the Ascension year starts is they're presented, a bunch of suitors are presented to them so that they have their king consort when they win. For whichever one wins, they get married and they rule up until the point that they have triplet daughters. And then when those girls are born, the queen and her king consort are sent off to live normal, humble lives or do whatever, while the three girls are raised to be the future queens. And whoever wins, whatever. That's just kind of how the monarchy works in this world. It's just how the politics work in this world. So it's really interesting to know that there's just going to be this, like, suitors ceremony at some point. And I cannot wait to read that because it'll be super entertaining. Because the youngest, Catherine, she is getting trained for that because she's not very strong in her, she's the poisoner one, she's not very strong in her power. So she's getting trained by her, like the person who helped raise her's nephew. And there's some moments there where I'm like, I think they like each other, but his name's Peter. He is encouraged not to fall in love with her because she's gonna be a future queen, and you know they don't want like any like, hey, you're supposed to help her be able to woo these other suitors, not you two falling in love. So that's funny because I'm like, I honestly, and then like there's each one of them have kind of met, each of the three queens have met guys at some point in this. The oldest one, Mirabella, the elementalist, just met one, and I know exactly who it is, because you meet him earlier, there's a whole lot. This book's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm 50% of the way through it, and yeah, see, this is why it's one of my most anticipated reads, because I kind of assumed I was going to like it, and I am liking it. Now, do I know if it's going to be, like, 5 stars? Probably not. It may reach 4. That may be the highest it gets is 4 stars. I don't know. But I will come back when I finish and let you know what the full rating is. I finished 3 Dark Crowns. Y'all, this book was a roller coaster. The twists, the turns, the amount of moments where I was just like, what just happened is insane. I cannot wait to read the next one at some point, because the cliffhanger at the end of this one, there was like 3 cliffhangers at the end of this one. I'm still in shock. I literally just finished this and posted my review on Fable, which if you want to go check out that review, I recommend it. I gave this book 3.75 stars. It was good. It was really good. Obviously, I'm still shocked about that ending. The beginning was kind of slow. It was good, but it was slow. Like, it took a minute to get invested. Because I'm having to get invested into 3 different characters and all the people in their story. So, it's slow at the beginning, but it definitely ramped up in like the last 40% of the book. The last 20% of the book was insane. But the last 40 was kind of like, okay, stuff's happening now. Okay, we're getting into the good stuff. And then it ends. And then it ends before like we actually get into the really good stuff, which will most likely be in the next book. I am so excited. to read the next book, whenever that will be. Obviously, it may not be anytime soon. Hopefully it'll be soon, but who knows. It was so good. I do want to say that there is romance in this book. Shockingly, I had no idea. Because it's not a romance book, it is a fantasy book with romance subplots. That the romances are interesting. Like, I really got invested in, I think I said this earlier, Catherine and Peter's relationship. They're cute. They're great. I wish we got more of them in this book. We get very little Catherine in this book, and a whole lot more of Arsinoe, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, and Mirabella. We get a lot of them, which makes sense because of how much, like, just stuff we had with them, while Catherine kind of gets pushed off to the side. Like, we get occasionally her chapters, but there's not really a whole lot going on in her chapters, if that makes sense. There's a lot going on in the other two, it's just not very much going on with hers, which was disappointing, because she's, like, my favorite queen so far. But her ending, her last chapter in this book, I'm rooting for her. I think because she was kind of so, like, minimal and kind of put off, like, off to the side, I'm like, oh, I feel bad for her. She really isn't. She's getting the... She's not... What I'm trying to say? She's getting the short end of the stick. Yeah, I hope she's in more of the next book. Fingers crossed. I cannot wait. Yeah, I also want to say that, yeah, with the romances in this book, they are closed door. Like... there's not descriptive or anything at all. They're cute. So they're cute romances. They're adorable. There were one or two where there was one romance that I was like, why is this, what? There was curveballs thrown with that romance like 3 times, and I'm just like, what? Okay. And it all happened with the guy. I'm keeping the spoilers free, but the guy in this one romance really started annoying me, because I'm like, dude, what are you doing? But I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the next one. And yeah, so this was me reading my two of my most anticipated reads. Yeah, honestly, with both books that I read How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories and Three Dark Crowns. If I was gonna say this one was obviously better, this one got more stars than this one, but makes sense because this is a full book in a series, and this is almost like a novella in a sense. But they're both great. They both are great. 10 out of 10 recommend both of them, especially if you're a Cruel Prince fan, then I 10 out of 10 recommend this. And if you're a dark romance fan, because I may be joining that bandwagon with the YA dark romance, not dark romance, dark fantasy, not reading dark romance. I will be avoiding that genre forever. But dark fantasy, okay, at least by Kendar Blake. At least by this author, I'm cool. Who knows what the other authors write. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!